Animal Crossing, a life sim where you play as this idiot, otherwise known as you, as you run around town, terrorizing everybody, also slaving away to pay off your debt to this loan shark. Now with the kind of person I am, my towns usually devolve in a little more than anarchies, or autocracies, or monarchies, or theocracies, or kakistocracies. Or like that one time I turned it into a totalitarian dictatorship. It was pretty fun, I'm not gonna lie. That's what I love about these games. They all allow for so much expression, each in their own unique way. Oh god, okay, you know what? Maybe you people don't deserve freedom of speech. You guys are monsters. Anyway, despite whatever the hell that was, I wanted to make a video about the good things in this series. I'm doing this for you guys because man, you guys have been wanting me to make this video for so long. You've been begging me practically. So I'm gonna just cut to the chase right now. Gamecube. Animal Crossing Gamecube is a certified depression simulator. Whoever made Animal Crossing Gamecube must have had a miserable life surrounded by jerks who wouldn't shut up. Because that's basically what this game is. I remember hearing that this game was made to try and replicate the feeling of moving to a new community, and man, did they capture that feeling. These guys talk as if they're your inner monologue. They'll say the most vile things to your face, and if I didn't have an axe in my back pocket, I'm confident they go above a PG rating in their insults. Now this might sound like a complaint, but it's really not. In fact, I want more of this verbal abuse. I want more of this vile behavior. Let me be real, it's not a real life sim unless people are being dicks for absolutely no good reason. I want more trashiness, except for the stealing. Every time they steal something from me, it makes me want to donate their bones to the museum. Don't mess with my villager, he knows people. The sound design also gives me so much life. It seems like such a small detail, but this game mastered sound design for the entire series, and no Animal Crossing game has been able to top it since. Every time I hear the sound, but-a-doo, you know the sound, like that one? No, Pixar, I don't know what you're saying, because all you wrote in the script was 3 words, and I'm not trying to decipher what you're saying here. You're an idiot. The rain sound effect, walking in grass, dropping an item, talking to a villager, putting money in an ATM. And that's not to mention the music. This is true Animal Crossing music right at its core here. The song with the meowing in it, all the early morning songs, the rain song, the festival songs, and that's not to mention 2 AM. This song is a masterpiece. The soundtrack is really experimental, and although may lead to some questionable results, it's probably the most varied and unique soundtrack in the entire series. I also have to say, I adore the visuals here. It developed such a distinct look so early on, nothing feels out of place. In fact, I'd argue that this game has a little bit more personality than some of the games coming after it. Just think about it for a second. Breaking into Nook's shop, no flower wilting. Hell yes. This gold statue that fulfills my god complex. Sports Day, morning aerobics, which was actually brought back, but it literally took them 2 decades to do so. Mr. Rossetti being an absolute hellspawn. Game Boy Advance compatibility. Phyllis being a dick. Literally making trees grow money to screw with the local economy. Abusing the stock market like a disgusting capitalist pig or hog. The Wishing Well, becoming an absolutely horrifying creature after forgetting to save your game. The Blossom Festival, and not being able to see the sky. Gyroids, old guy, hairy guy, ghost guy, blank guy, turkey guy that we devour. The grass with the shapes that make it look like a kindergarten carpet. Playing NES games. Lighthouse Job, Nook Job, Chris Chan, This Man, Train Ride, and Brutus. This game is so unique and it set a precedent for the entire series. Usually when I play the first game of the series, I notice how far it comes in style and substance, but Gamecube just feels so full, even with the future games in mind. Its life sim mechanics are on top. Like I said earlier, villagers are jerks, and these asshole villagers will allow for some unique interactions with them. That isn't stealing. The friendships in this game feel more like accomplishments. It feels like a natural progression. You know what else is an accomplishment? The fact I even got this video out, because my microphone broke, my computer broke, I've been faced with so many technical issues, it's actually insane. So yeah, if the audio sounds different, I'm sorry about that. Enjoy the rest of the video. But yeah, they'll really start to open up to you. Their malicious insults begin to turn into playful banter. I'm always itching to talk to these dudes every single day because I value my friendship with them. I send them letters daily, which in hindsight is actually kind of weird. I get a restraining order personally. It's always a joy to hang around these people though. Also, the world generation in this game is unmatched. For a game made in 2001, the world gen rivals every single game after it. In fact, it's so good that there are people out there who reset their saves endlessly just to get unique features for their towns. It's like the Animal Crossing version of shiny hunting. It's really a shame that this type of world gen never came back. Anyway, that's enough of this crusty old game. Let's move on to a slightly less crusty old game. Now this right here is a crusty old game, alright. Someone once told me that Wild World was just city folk at 144p resolution. Wild World is much nicer than Gamecube in tone. If Gamecube is a certified depression simulator, Wild World is a certified optimism simulator. The villagers here are so much nicer, but that's not a bad thing, because they're even more fleshed out than in the last game. These villagers have more personality than some people I know in real life. They all have backstories, gifts they like and don't like. It's kinda like Stardew Valley in that regard. You don't know how bad it feels when you give a villager a gift they hate. It makes me want to live the rest of my life in a basement. Even more so than in Gamecube, I'm always itching to talk to these dudes. And that's not to mention the NPCs. This sleazy salesman who keeps trying to force me to get life insurance. The shy Mabel who warms up to you as the game progresses. I know she was in the last game, but I think they perfected her in this game, honestly. Tom Nook, who's an even bigger idiot than he usually is. Like, I'm not your wage slave, Nook. Stop ordering me around. Petey, who I can shoot down like the monster I am. A UFO with Gulliver, which I can shoot down with my slingshot, hoping it doesn't explode the entire time in the process. If your entire ship can be shot down by a slingshot, I kinda think that's your fault if somebody gets hurt at that point. Oh yeah, and this crook, who won't stop selling me fake paintings. I will sue you into oblivion, buddy, don't even try me. They really did perfect Red's characterization in this game though. Oh yeah, and there's this pink poodle too. If I'm being totally honest, the game doesn't really change up the formula very much, but that's not a bad thing. It still feels very distinct from Gamecube. And for a DS game, it's super impressive in terms of content. And I can finally see the sky! In fact, it takes up 75% of the DS screen. Also, you can make your own constellations too. Celeste is a gem who was introduced here, and honestly, she's just great in every single game she's in. For future picks, I'm talking about the owl, by the way, not the game. Idiot. I know you're gonna make a mistake, so I just need to correct you for a second. You know what, commentary Pixar? You're an asshole. You don't need to be so condescending all the time. Damn. I do all the heavy lifting here, buddy. All you do is read a script. The graphics in this game I also appreciate a lot. I like the low resolution. It's so charming. It gives the game a sort of unique aesthetic. In fact, unique aesthetic is a good way to describe this game. The music, which is easily the best and most iconic in the entire series. The opening with Cap'n in this gorgeous rain. And being able to place designs on the floor. This was a game changer, honestly. Let me tell you, I have a few personal pictures saved on my phone, and it's so distinctly Wild World. An improvement in changing your clothes is also a major thing to note. In Gamecube, you were stuck looking like this boring idiot with these dumb horns. Now you can express yourself in any way you want. Want to look like a pharaoh, terrorizing the town and everybody in it? Hell yes! Want to look like you just came back from a trip from Mars? Yeah, sure can. Want to dress up as Mario? Why the heck not? You can even dye your hair like the rebel you are. I love it with every fiber of my being. And let's not forget to mention villager portraits. Every time I get one of these, I feel like I just won the Friendship Olympics. I am a social god in Animal Crossing, not in real life. Sadly. This game is like a combination of the life sim aspects of Gamecube, while also giving us a level of customization that would be seen in later games. It's a true evolution of the series. But, you know what isn't a true evolution of the series? City Folk, otherwise known as Wild World Plus, or Minus depending on who you are. Oh, I got a new mic by the way, so if I sound different, yeah, sorry about that. Again, sorry, I went through 4 mics, none of them worked, except for this one. It was really annoying. City Folk is a game for people who liked Wild World, but didn't want to be able to count each pixel on the screen with one hand. I used to say this was my favorite Animal Crossing game, and do I really think that anymore? Nope. But it's still pretty good. It's probably one of the weakest, honestly, if I'm being real. So let's just make this section quick. The city is basically just a plaza called the city for some reason, but it's still amazing, and this music makes me want to ascend to heaven. The graphics have improved, which I'm always cool with, and overall, this game mostly carried over all the good aspects of Wild World, which I mean, that's good and all, but it doesn't really stand out that much compared to the others. You know, I guess the online was cool, you know, when the game had online. Oh look, you can wave at villagers, that's pretty cool. Oh, you can listen to this comedic genius make jokes about, you know what, yeah, I don't have much to say about this game. Like I said, it's not a bad game, it's just an enhanced Wild World. I mean, really, almost all the good things I said about Wild World apply to this game. If you really want to see my thoughts on City Folk, just rewatch the Wild World section. So yeah, this part of the video was bland, but trust me, the next section is going to be amazing. And the next game is Animal Crossing New Leaf is one of the best games ever crafted by human hands. It's not just a life sim, it is life itself. Let me tell you, I've dumped a countless amount of hours into this game, and I can't even describe how much I love it. The first thing you see when you open this game is this alcoholic shih tzu. And let me tell you, no matter what people say, she will always be the best Animal Crossing character. Some of y'all like her a bit too much though. I'm not gonna go into detail, but some of you guys would really want Animal Crossing to be a dating sim. That's all I'm gonna say. I needed eye bleach after that, honestly. But there really is a reason as to why Isabelle becomes such a staple in the series. I love having an assistant who will do whatever I want and never questions my authority. Oh yeah, did I mention I'm mayor now? Cause that's like a really important thing. That's how I created all those screwed up societies. This game probably had the biggest leap forward in terms of mechanics. It just has so much crammed inside of it. First of all, I love public works projects and donating. Even though every single time I fund all of them myself, like these guys donate pennies then act like it was a team effort. Be real. I don't even feel bad for siphoning taxpayer money into my pockets. These guys deserve it. Like, this was all me. You should erect my statue in gold because I'm the reason why this town isn't a slum. But yeah, villagers in this game definitely got worse. But something I can say got better is the interactions. Villagers being able to visit your house is a big plus, even if they break open my doors while I'm decorating. You know, I need to install new locks or something. But this game has so much content that I actually needed to go onto the wiki to remember all the content it has. And that's a lot coming from me. Let's start with the really big things I like. I absolutely adore the tropical island that Cap'n takes us to. We get to see Cap'n's whole lovely family and destroy the native wildlife populations and partake in gross deforestation too. I mean, at least I get to introduce these invasive fruits into my town. That's always nice. We also got dream towns here, which are awesome. I never really used them much though. People always found really cool ways to utilize this feature. Like the people who made those horror themed towns, I loved those. Leaf is alright, I guess. I mean, at least we get to plant bushes, so that's cool. Reese and Cyrus are absolute chads. They buy my items for more than the idiot Nook does. And I'm supporting a local business in the process. I know Nook says he donates that money to charity, but replace the word charity with pockets, and I think we know what he really means. I also really like the town tree feature. It's a cute little landmark that shows how far you've come as a player. You know, if you didn't abandon your town for 6 years like the scum you are. I've totally never done that before, guys. I'm a saint. The campsite is also awesome, and meeting villagers here is always a treat. I also have to say, this game went insane with the customization. Town ordinances, which basically just let you reshape society as a whole. Personally, I always get rid of wilting flowers, you know, the beautiful town thingy. I just like pretty things. And not only does it let you customize your town like crazy, it also lets you customize your house like crazy too. I can basically live in $1 million mansion while the rest of these guys live in squalor. And you tell me I'm not corrupt. Oh yeah, the happy home designer mechanic, it's here. You know, it's kind of forgettable, but I'm just glad it's here. Lyle finally has something to do again. This game just has so much personality though, and combine that with the added amount of power you have from being mayor, and it just becomes absolutely blissful to play. And the fact you're not given too much power either is what makes it fun for me. Some things you have no control over, and it forces you to improvise and figure out how to still make your town look godly. I actually have to be creative in my tyranny. But enough about power, let's talk about charm. Like I said earlier, the villagers and dialogue is slightly less quick and witty than the games preceding it, but it's still always great to hear what people have to say. There's some funny things in this game. It's just fun to spend time with them in general. You know, you can go to the club and do some emotes with them before getting bored and leaving after 2 minutes. Learn emotions at the ripe old age of something. I mean, I don't know about you, but I think somebody old enough to be mayor should have probably known basic emotions by now. Actually, no. Being a soulless husk of a human being is perfect for mayoral status. Working a part-time job at the Roost, which is easily at its best in this game. Occasionally meeting old villagers who moved out, wandering in the plaza. It's such a small thing, but it gives the game so much more dimension. In this game, when villagers leave, it doesn't just feel like they dissipated out of thin air. They actually feel like they have lives outside of your town, and it's always nice to catch up with them. The multiplayer is awesome. I only ever experienced it once, but it was really nice. Diving into the ocean to destroy even more of the natural wildlife. The new villagers, who probably have some of the most unique designs in the series. The desert island minigame, which provides me with so much joy, is actually insane. And honestly, there's so much more. But I don't want this to turn into another quick mention segment like I did for Gamecube. Plus, this video is already getting really long, and I just want to break, man. I just want to break, dude. I don't want to edit anymore. But man, talking about this game just makes me want to replay it again. Too bad I sold my 3DS, maybe in another lifetime. I really do love this game with all my heart, and it's easily in my top 10 favorite games of all time. It provided me with so many memories back in the day, and the community back then was something special. I've never seen such a large group of dedicated, nice people in my entire life. If you couldn't tell, I really love this game, but moving on to a game I don't love. Okay, time for the obligatory mention that New Horizons is my least favorite Animal Crossing game. I just need to get that out of the way. Just for a second. But let me remind you, this game is still good. I mean, I have a crap ton of playtime on it, so I obviously like this game. I mean, I can't show the playtime because my Switch is collecting dust and it's probably broken, so yeah, but just trust me on this. Oh yeah, by the way, I quit way before 2.0 came out, so I'll hardly be talking about any of that stuff. It's pretty much alien to me. Anyway, yeah, I'll be talking good about this game, so New Horizons lovers, don't get worried. It will not be as brutal as last video, which you should watch, by the way. Please watch it. Please. Okay, the biggest part of this game is customization, and I'm gonna be real, it works really well. Almost too well, actually. You can basically make your town into whatever you want if you have enough planning and skill on that cranium of yours. It can either look like a flaming disaster or a beautiful utopia, or maybe both. I really loved meticulously customizing every single inch of my town, and combining that decoration aspect with the crafting mechanic is so cool to me. Now, I have problems with the crafting mechanic, like how, wait, no, this is a positive video. Okay, I gotta say something nice. Okay, crafting is good because it adds another cool thing to the game. That's a totally valid reason. Yeah, crafting kind of sucks. Damn it. I gotta say something nice. Okay, at least crafting fits within the series. I don't know. They didn't shoehorn it in. They should honestly keep it in the future, but they should tweak it and make it less terrible. I also really like going to local islands and absolutely ravaging the local plants and wildlife. It was beautiful. And the music while on these islands is probably my favorite in the game. It gives me so much nostalgia for a simpler time. Like time. Okay, yeah, that wasn't simpler. I really do miss it though. Not the part, I meant the game. Oh, the visuals are top notch. Even haters of this game say it's the best visually. And I totally agree. It feels like a natural progression of the series in terms of graphics. A lot of people thought it would look like a New Leaf or something, kind of like Amiibo Festival graphics. But Amiibo Festival made me realize that New Leaf in HD would look ugly as hell. So I'm glad that they changed it up. Oh, and these new NPCs, they're alright. I'll list off the ones I like the most. Dodo Airlines. Not much personality here, but I like their designs. I really wish they leaned more into the Dodo aspect. Like, make them incompetent pilots or something. Right now, they're just customer support. It's really boring. Okay, I have to be positive. Flick probably has one of my favorite designs in the whole series. It feels really different, but it doesn't feel out of place. I can totally imagine seeing him in the older games. Unlike CJ, he's just a trash NPC. Okay, I gotta stay positive. Gullivar is alright. I love his design, and his premise as a whole is pretty cool, but saying his name makes me feel like an idiot. Daisy May I like a lot, and unlike most people, her little nose drip doesn't really bother me that much. It's still gross, Nintendo. Just get rid of it already. We don't want it anyway. Oh yeah, and they brought back Ace, which that's absolutely fantastic for us Ace fans, you know, all two of us. This game is pretty decent though. I have a bit more to say, but this video is getting kind of long, and you know, if I made it longer, I'd kind of want to not live anymore, so yeah, editing is gonna be really hard for this. Let's just go to the outro now. Fade to black editor. There we go. That was a wild ride, huh? Mainly for me because this video was really hard to make. I got a new editing software recently, and it's been a whole mess. I mean, I learned the software really easily because I'm just like a genius, but everything else has just been going horribly for me. I mean, in fact, I wasn't even planning on making this an actual video. This was just a test video that I was making to learn the software, and then I just decided to roll with it, so yeah. If my computer doesn't break, making me lose all of my files, because my computer is like on life support right now, I hope you enjoyed the video, if it even comes out. But yeah, this video stressed me out really bad to make, but anyway. I love Animal Crossing, and you do too, probably, if you're watching this far. So stay safe in these trying times, and peace out.